Most people assume that once you hit 80, life slows down, that your best days are behind you, that you're living on borrowed time. But what if I told you that's a myth? There are seniors out there, 85, 90, even 100 years old, who are still thriving, defying the so-called expiry dates that society tries to place on them. And guess what? They don't have superpowers, and they didn't win the genetic lottery. They simply understand something that most people don't. In this video, we're going to uncover why so many seniors over 80 are not just surviving, but actually thriving. We'll break down the habits, mindset, and daily practices that keep them going strong, and more importantly, how you can apply these lessons to your own life. Aging is often seen as a countdown, a slow decline into weakness and dependence. But what if that mindset is the real problem? Think about this: two people can be the exact same age, but one is still walking miles every morning, laughing with friends and planning for the future, while the other is struggling just to get through the day. What makes the difference? Science is proving what many thriving seniors already know. Your longevity isn't just about luck, it's about how you live. In today's video, we're going to explore 5 key reasons why so many people over 80 are defying the so-called expiry date. We'll uncover real-life examples of seniors who are still thriving. We'll break down the science behind longevity and vitality. And most importantly, you'll learn practical steps you can take today to add more years and more life to your years. Before we go any further, let me ask you, have you ever met someone who inspired you by how well they aged? Share their story in the comments. 1. The power of purpose. Why having a reason to wake up every morning extends your life. Have you ever noticed that the most vibrant seniors always seem to have something to look forward to? A project? A hobby? A mission, something that keeps them going? That's no coincidence. The story of Harold, the 85-year-old who refused to slow down. Let me tell you about Harold, an 85-year-old retired schoolteacher. When he first retired at 65, he thought he'd enjoy relaxing and watching TV all day. But within a few years, he felt lost. His energy dropped, his health declined, and he felt like life was passing him by. Then, something changed. A friend invited him to volunteer at a local community center, helping kids with reading. That small act reignited his passion for teaching. Now, at 85, Harold is more active than ever, mentally sharp, physically strong, and full of life. Science backs this up. Studies show that having a strong sense of purpose can extend your life by up to 7 years. People who wake up every morning with a reason to keep going have lower stress, better heart health, and even a reduced risk of Alzheimer's. How can you apply this to your life? Here are 3 practical tips. Find a passion project, whether it's gardening, painting, mentoring, or even writing a book. Having a project keeps your mind engaged and gives you a sense of fulfillment. Stay connected with others. Purpose often comes from relationships. Get involved in your community, spend time with family, or join a group where you can contribute. Keep learning and growing. Challenge yourself to try new things. It could be learning a new language, picking up a musical instrument, or exploring a new subject. The brain thrives on novelty. Do you already have a purpose that keeps you going? Or are you still searching for one? Let me know in the comments. 2. Movement is life. Why active seniors live longer and healthier. Think about the oldest, healthiest people you know. Chances are, they're not spending their days sitting on the couch. They're moving, whether it's walking, stretching, gardening, or even dancing. The story of Margaret, the 90-year-old who walks every morning. Margaret is 90 years old, and every single morning, rain or shine, she takes a 30-minute walk around her neighborhood. She swears by it. At 75, Margaret started feeling stiff and weak. Doctors told her it was just old age. But instead of accepting it, she made a decision: she would move every day, no matter what. Now, at 90, her joints are strong, her mind is sharp, and she hasn't needed a cane or walker. Science agrees. A Harvard study found that seniors who engage in daily physical activity reduce their risk of chronic illness by nearly 40%. Even small movements like stretching, light yoga, or simply walking around the house can work wonders. How can you apply this to your life? Here are 3 practical tips. Move every hour. Sitting for long periods is dangerous. Make it a habit to stand up and move at least once every hour, even if it's just stretching or walking in place. Do low-impact exercises, walking, swimming, or even chair exercises help maintain flexibility and strength without putting strain on the joints. Find an activity you enjoy. If traditional exercise feels like a chore, find something fun. Dancing, gardening, or playing with grandchildren all count as movement. How often do you move each day? Drop a comment below with your favorite way to stay active. 3. The power of purpose. Why having a reason to live keeps you alive. Ever wonder why some seniors remain vibrant and full of energy, while others seem to fade away after retirement? The answer often comes down to purpose. Meet Henry, the 85-year-old who still teaches music. Henry, 85, has been teaching music for over 50 years. His friends tell him to take it easy, but he refuses to stop. He says, "As long as I can teach, I have a reason to wake up every morning." Research backs this up. A study from the National Institute on Aging found that seniors with a strong sense of purpose were 30% less likely to develop cognitive decline and had a lower risk of heart disease. Purpose keeps the mind sharp and the body engaged. The Japanese even have a word for this, ikigai, meaning a reason for being. It's the idea that having something meaningful to do, whether it's volunteering, mentoring, or pursuing a passion, adds years to your life. How can you apply this to your life? Here are 3 practical tips. Find a passion project, whether it's writing, painting, gardening, or helping at a local charity. Find something that excites you. Stay socially engaged. Teaching, mentoring, or simply sharing wisdom with younger generations can give life deep meaning. Set small daily goals. Even something as simple as "I'll read 1 new book this month," or "I'll cook a new recipe this week," can bring joy and structure. What gives your life purpose today? Share in the comments. I'd love to hear your thoughts. 4. Social connections, the hidden lifeline to a longer life. Have you ever noticed that the people who live the longest often have strong social circles? Science confirms it. Loneliness is as dangerous as smoking 15 cigarettes a day. Meet Mary, the 90-year-old who never eats alone. Mary, 90, lost her husband years ago, but she never let loneliness take over. Every evening she joins her friends for dinner at the community center. She says, "I may live alone, but I never feel alone." A Harvard study that tracked people for over 80 years found that the #1 factor for happiness and longevity isn't wealth or diet, it's relationships. People with strong friendships and family bonds tend to live longer, healthier lives. How can you apply this to your life? Here are 3 practical tips. Stay in touch with loved ones. A quick phone call, a video chat, or even writing a letter can keep relationships strong. Join a group or club. Book clubs, exercise groups, or local senior meetups can provide regular social interaction. Be open to new friendships. It's never too late to meet new people. Whether at a cafe, a church event, or a class, every interaction is an opportunity to connect. Who's one person you can reach out to today? Call or text them after watching this video. 5. The myth of physical decline. Why movement is the key to defying age. Most people believe that aging automatically means getting weaker, slower, and less capable. But science and real-life examples prove otherwise. Meet Charles, the 85-year-old who runs marathons. At 85, Charles isn't slowing down. He's running marathons. He only started running in his 60s, proving that it's never too late to build strength and endurance. Studies show that regular physical activity can slow down aging at the cellular level. In fact, seniors who stay active can have the muscle mass, balance, and heart health of someone 20 years younger. How can you apply this to your life? Here are 3 practical tips. Walk every day. A simple 20-minute walk can improve heart health, boost mood, and strengthen muscles. Strength train at any age. Light weightlifting or bodyweight exercises like squats and push-ups can prevent muscle loss. Stretch and stay flexible. Simple stretches or yoga can reduce stiffness and improve mobility, helping you move with ease. What's one small way you can add more movement to your day? Let me know in the comments. 6. The power of mindset. Why optimism can extend your life. Did you know that your thoughts can influence how long you live? Science confirms that seniors with a positive outlook on aging live up to 7.5 years longer than those with a negative mindset. The story of Margaret, the 90-year-old with an unstoppable spirit. Margaret always believed that aging was a blessing, not a burden. At 90, she's still traveling, learning, and enjoying life. While many of her friends slowed down mentally and physically, she stayed curious, active, and full of purpose. So, what's the secret to a life-extending mindset? Focus on what you can do instead of worrying about limitations. Celebrate what you can still enjoy. Every day is an opportunity. Surround yourself with positivity. Spend time with uplifting people. Watch inspiring content and avoid negative influences. Keep learning and growing, whether it's a new hobby, a book, or a simple challenge. Engaging your brain keeps you sharp and youthful. 7. The longevity secret of strong social connections. Here's something powerful. Loneliness is as deadly as smoking 15 cigarettes a day. That's right. Studies show that seniors with strong social connections live significantly longer, healthier lives than those who are isolated. The story of Walter, how friendship gave him 10 extra years. Walter lost his wife at 72. For a while, he withdrew from life, believing his best years were behind him. But everything changed when he joined a local walking group. He found friends, laughter, and a reason to get up every morning. Now at 85, he's more active and joyful than ever. How to build a socially rich life after 70. Reconnect with old friends. A simple phone call can rekindle meaningful relationships. Join a group or club, whether it's a book club, dance class, or volunteer work. Being part of a community adds years to your life. Stay connected digitally. If distance is an issue, video calls and online groups can keep you engaged with loved ones. 8. The power of purpose, the true fountain of youth. What if I told you that having a strong sense of purpose could add years, even decades, to your life? Studies show that seniors with a clear purpose live longer, healthier, and happier lives than those who feel like they have nothing left to contribute. The story of Margaret, finding purpose after 80. Margaret retired at 68 and spent years feeling lost. She thought, what now? Then, at 80, she started mentoring young women in her community. Suddenly, she had a reason to wake up excited every morning. Her energy returned, her health improved, and she felt alive again. Today, at 90, she says, I feel younger now than I did at 70. How to find your purpose after 70. Pass down your wisdom, whether it's mentoring, writing, or simply sharing stories. Your experiences are valuable. Engage in meaningful work. Volunteering, teaching, or even starting a small business can bring a renewed sense of excitement. Set new goals, whether it's traveling, learning an instrument, or taking up painting. Having goals keeps your mind and body active. Here's the truth. There is no expiry date on life. The idea that aging means decline is a myth. The seniors who live the longest are the ones who refuse to give up on life. Your health, your joy or purpose, it's all still in your hands. If you found this video helpful, share it with a friend. It could change their life. And don't forget to comment below what's the one thing that keeps you motivated every day. Thank you for watching. If you want more content on longevity, health and well-being, be sure to subscribe and turn on notifications. See you in the next video.